Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Sarah and Angie. Hi. I am your champion of enthusiasm. Angie is your champion of confidence. And we are here today to talk about the She Tries Sprint Triathlon taking place this Sunday in Huntersville, North Carolina. This event is going to be hosted at the Huntersville Family Fitness and Aquatic Center, and your finish line is going to be at the rec center directly across the street. So we're super thrilled to be there and work with those facilities. So this meeting is to answer all your questions and let you know what to expect about the event now that it's under the She Tries umbrella. And if you have any questions and you're tuning in, feel free to write them in the comments section. We'll also be emailing this out to those who are unable to tune in live. First up, just to let you know, we have in-person and virtual options for this event, as well as aquathon, which starts the same time as the triathlon, and relays. So if any of this sounds good to you and you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late, and you can still join us this weekend in Huntersville.
So we just want to go over a little bit of our event timeline. Everything is going to kick off on Saturday with packet pickup at the Huntersville Recreation Center. It will take place on the soccer field. If you just come right behind the rec center, you will see us. The packet pickup takes place between 2 and 5 p.m. And it's the same place as we'll have packet pickup on Sunday morning, too. So on Saturday, a special event will happen at 3 o'clock. We will have a transition clinic put on by Swivel Bottle. He is one of our award sponsors, so we're super excited, and his clinics are always great. Just he'll walk you through transition and kind of just what to expect, how to set up your things at the event. At packet pickup, you may also get body marked and get your swim placement number on your hand just to speed up lining up on Sunday morning. So we'll have those things available. We'll have volunteers that can walk you through that process.
Also, if it ends up being a little rainy on Saturday, we're going to be under a shelter where you can find us. Otherwise, we should be in the finish line.
Yep, that's adjacent to the soccer field, so you can't miss us. All right, so also we'll have some sponsor zone stuff available on Saturday. We'll have a few joining us. And super exciting, our Squeeze the Day lucky winner will be drawn on Saturday at Packet Pickup. So Squeeze the Day is sponsored by Squeeze Marketing, who puts together our amazing website and all of our posters and pretty much anything that looks good they did.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you win that, it will be at random. You will get a badge to wear very proudly that says you get to go to the front of the potty line, and you get a special parking spot, and you get a bag of just essential triathlon stuff for you and your crew if you are bringing a crew with you.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. So also on Saturday at Packet Pickup, we'll have our She Tries merchandise. If you need to pick up any last minute items like race belts, transition backpacks, orange mud towels, fun new shirts, triathlon suits, we'll have it there. We'll have it ready for you. And we'll also have sponsors on Saturday at Packet Pickup, and then we'll also have some on site Sunday after the event. And at Packet Pickup, you're going to receive a passport. It looks like this. And on the back are going to be all kinds of sponsors that are going to be at the event. So you will get the sponsor to initial off under their logo, and you'll talk to them, find out all about what they have to offer and how they're supporting you in this event. And you'll put your name in here, and you'll put it in a little box, and we'll do a drawing for some really amazing prizes. Also at Packet Pickup, we'll have Splendor Water will be on hand. You can sample their delicious artesian water.
It makes you run faster.
Definitely. And talk faster.
Yeah.
All right. And if anyone still wants to sign up to volunteer, you may sign up at the last minute on Saturday. We still need a few spots. And you do get free Resurrection Cup coffee, which, I don't know, I coined the best coffee in the world. And
they're pretty amazing.
Wraps from Salad Works. So if you volunteer, we'll feed you, we'll hydrate you.
A big pink shirt.
Yes.
So thank
and
you to
smiles
everyone
from
who
us.
has signed up so far, and we're looking forward to an amazing event with our volunteers. So on Sunday, as you all know, or should know by now, the event is going to start at 7:30, which is earlier than the original time, and please don't arrive at 8 for this event. So transition, where you're going to park your bike and all your things for the event, is going to open at 5:45. That's going to be on the field. Or excuse me, it's going to be in the parking lot beside the HFFA venue. And at that time also is when you can get body marked and pick up your packet and your chip. So you'll pick up your packet on Saturday, ideally. If you need to pick it up on Sunday, you can come as early as 5:45. So Jennifer Ziegler, that's one of your questions. That will close at 7. So you definitely need to get there early to get your packet. If you pick it up Saturday or Sunday, you will also get your chip. That chip will match your bib number, and that chip goes around your ankle. There will be plenty of volunteers helping you place that chip and get body marked. At 7 o'clock, all of those things close. We will not be offering a warm-up swim for this event because we have had to move to their smaller pool. So the pool will be nice and warm, and you can take a look at it. But we won't be able to offer the warm-up swim. And you guys will get lined up around 7:05. We will do a welcome around 7:20 with our national anthem and opening remarks, and just any other debrief that we need to give you that morning about the course. Luckily, this course is pretty straightforward, and there's not a whole lot to review or go over. So just a note on packet pickup. Kristen is asking if someone else can pick up your packet for you on Saturday. No, we are not able to accommodate that. So you need to come to get your packet, and you need to bring your ID. So please, please, please bring your ID and yourself to
Unless
get
you're
your
picking
packet.
up for a minor.
Unless you're picking up for a minor. Good point. Okay, so everything's gonna get started at 7:30, and that will be for everyone doing the relay, doing the aquathon, or doing the triathlon. You will all start at 7:30, and we anticipate the final cyclist, we anticipate the final cyclist finishing and getting onto the run around 10:30. This is always just an estimate. And at that time, if you've already completed your triathlon or aquathon, then you may go into transition and get your things. So just to explain that a little further, you will not be able to get back into the transition area to get your bike and items until all people are on the run course. And this is just for safety, and also not to mess up those who are trying to come in off the bike course and get onto the run course. So that's always a question. And at 11, we will do awards, and that will take place right after the final finishers cross the finish line. So what makes She Tries really special is we all stay and hang out and cheer on our final finisher. It's a really special moment in our event. So exciting that Buddy is tearing something up and putting it into pieces on Angie's porch. He can't wait.
It's the adventure of life.
Yeah. So anyway, we encourage you all to stay. It's a big party. It's a lot of fun. So even though transition may be open, we encourage you to stay and hang out with us until the end. We have lots of fun sponsors and vendors, so don't run away too fast. So for transition, we will have a clinic the day before during packet pickup where a lot of specifics will be going over. But yes, bringing a towel is a good idea. Not a big towel, but a small towel. You can dry off your feet there if you would like to. But you'll come from your swim into transition, drop your swim items there, grab your helmet, then your bike, and have already put on your shoes. Take your bike out, come back in, take off your helmet, put your bike up, and then take off on your run. So that's kind of a very short debrief on the transition, but we will have a clinic for you on Saturday, so be sure to come to that.
Yeah, and the towel actually helps just mark out your space. It kind of is like, hey, this is like my piece of the transition, so definitely bring a towel.
Yeah, it's a good plan. You will not be changing clothes in transition, so you will not be...
We can't get naked in transition?
You cannot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not this time. Cannot get
Have to
naked
find
in
another
transition.
event.
We'll have to find a naked triathlon for that. But so you need to plan for that. That whatever you're going to wear in the swim, you will also be wearing on the bike and run. There's a lot of options for that, but definitely keep that in mind when planning what to wear. So some of the sponsors that you're going to see, that you're going to also have sign your passport. Spirited Cyclist is going to be out there. They are also offering bike support. So if you would like to have your bike looked at or tires inflated the morning of the event, you're welcome to. Just plan to come early because that'll be a long line. Everybody would like to do that. Just a reminder, you should pump your tires before this event. Don't, even if you've pumped them up today, you're going to need to pump them up again for the event. So either you do it or Spirit Cyclists do it, but don't come with tires that haven't been pumped. We will have bike pumps out there. Salad Works is sponsoring us with delicious wraps. So when you're hungry after you've crossed your finish line, that's where you're going to head, and they are going to be delicious. We're so excited to be partnering with them this year. And we'll also have Lesser Evil popcorn at the finish line for you and for your spectators. Splendor Artesian Water, as Angie mentioned, is on the course and at the finish line, or is at the finish line. And Harris Teeter Seltzer also at the finish line if you need some bubbles instead of still water. And then, of course, Resurrection Cup Coffee. And another addition is a Bike Fit company who will be there to raffle off an award and talk to you about your bike fit for your next events that you might be signing up for.
All right, so just a few other details before we go through what to expect on the course. We'll just walk you through a few other things. So when you come to packet pickup, you're going to receive 3 numbers. I don't have a helmet sticker. I just made a post on a few days ago about all the numbers, so you can actually see a visual. So go back and check Facebook and look at where the numbers are. You can kind of get a really good visual of where they're placed. So you get a helmet sticker, which is a very small sticker, kind of looks similar to this, and you'll put it kind of like this on your bike helmet, kind of like right where the She Tries emblem is. That backwards thing is getting me. And then you're going to get a bike number, and then you're going to get a run number. So the bike number is going to go on your bike frame, on your top tube. It's an adhesive, so you peel off the back and just put that on your bike. And then this is what you're going to wear when you do the run. You don't have to wear this for the bike, but you do have to wear it for the run. And the more we can see your number, the more the photographer can get you in all the pictures and tag you.
Free photos, ladies.
That's right. All right, so I saw an earlier question about if we body mark and put your swim number on at the packet pickup, doesn't it come off when you shower? I apparently don't take that many showers, so it can. We can always mark you again on Sunday morning, or you can just wait to get marked Sunday morning. That's not a problem. But if you're already showered and feeling good and don't feel like scrubbing all the numbers off that night, go ahead and get marked. It'll just save you a little bit of time, and you know, as you save time and as you have more stuff planned out for your event, the less anxiety you will have going into it. So parking. There will be on-site parking at the Huntersville Athletic Park right near the finish line, and also the Central Piedmont Community College is right next door. You may park there. Please don't park at the HFFA facility. We will be using, if you're facing the building, we will be using the area to the right of the building. That's where our transition is, so you definitely can't park there. And to the left is just, we're trying to keep everybody out of that parking lot. So we want to limit the cars there.
Also, you just won't be able to get out if you were to park there. So
Never. You're never leaving.
Ever.
You have to spend the day with us. All right, so transition. Like I said, it's adjacent to HFFA. If you know where the volleyball court is, it's right near the volleyball court. We, because this is a change of using that side of the facility and that pool, we will actually try to do some justice to your little toes and carpet the area to transition so you can have a smooth swim exit.
Thanks Setup Events for helping us out with that.
That's right. They take care of us. All right. The racks will be numbered and set up according to your event number. So if you are number 204, you will look for bike rack 200 to 205. or something like that, they will be labeled on these kind of like little labels that stick off the end of the transition rack. And you can set up anywhere in that number of 5. So if it's 200 to 205 and you're 204, you just have to set up on that rack. And ideally, you would alternate bikes one way and then the other way on the rack, just to give everybody a little room, and then you would set up right in front of their tire. All right, so there are 5 bikes per rack. Like I said, alternating sides and direction. And I think someone asked this question earlier about headphones. There's absolutely no headphones allowed anywhere on the event. You will be disqualified, and that will make me sad, and that will make you sad, and we don't want anyone to be sad. So don't wear headphones of any kind.
Our volunteers are on the lookout, and we get messages, so please respect that rule. It's for your safety. It's a USAT rule, and we'll have a DJ at the finish line making up for all the music you'll be missing on your running bike.
All right, so the swim is 200 yards. Hopefully that's not new news to anyone. That's actually probably better news than what we originally gave, so because it's a little shorter. And we will have a time trial start. So what that means is you will look at the swim pace estimator and you will estimate your finish time. So when you go swim, I think we have it by 100 yards. So when you go swim your next 100 yards, you look at that time, you compare it to the swim pace estimator. We'll link it in here. You will also get it in your pre-event email, and you'll just look at the time where you are, and you'll establish yourself a number from 1 to 10. 1 is I'm crazy fast, I swam in college, and 10 is I'm gonna, 10 is? Okay, and 1 is I'm gonna finish this event. So we'll have
post that in the comments too.
Yeah, and we'll have volunteers on site. This pool is, the deepest end is 4 feet, and the shallow end is 3'6", I believe. So everybody should be able to stand. All right, so it's going to take a little while to get through the swim, so that's why we pushed the start time up to 7:30. And we're just going to, cycle everybody through. If it starts to get backed up, we'll just pause, and we'll let the pool clear out a little bit. So no stress on the swim. When you are swimming, if you feel like you need to pass somebody, especially when you're swimming 2 directions in each lane, the best way to do that is to tap the person's foot. So if you are swimming behind somebody that you feel like you need to pass, tap their foot. When they get to the end of the lane, they should pause, and you can just go right on by. That's the way it's supposed to work. So if your foot gets tapped, then you wait at the end and let the other person go on by. You don't have to stop right then and there. Just wait till you get to the end of the lane. You may use any stroke that you have in your repertoire of swimming. And then at the end, you will get out. I actually think it's a ramp they get out on at this pool. And then you will get a swim cap that looks something like this. They are beautiful. They are latex. They are nice. They're nice and sturdy, so you can re-wear it. You don't have to wear the swim cap. If you have a favorite one that is your lucky swim cap, you may wear it. But we prefer if you wear this one, just because it looks great in our pictures, and you look. I think this is better karma actually if you wear the She Tries cap. So, but you don't have to wear it. All right. So on the bike, like I said, we have a bike sticker. This is going to go on your top tube. The most important thing to know when you are exiting the transition area on your bike is that you have to have your helmet on and latched before you leave the transition area. The volunteers will be there to make sure you do that. That is a USAT rule. That is a big safety rule, and we'll be there to make sure that happens. All right, so the volunteers will tell you where to mount your bike, and it's 1 loop. So don't do it twice unless you really want to, but there's no need. So the roads are not closed. We get that question a lot. We are not allowed to close roads except for Veerhof out front of HFFA. That will be closed. There are 12 police officers on the course to direct traffic. Always, 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 when you're coming through an intersection, don't rely on the police officer. Also, we want you to take a look and look around and see what's going. Don't blindly go into the turn, just because everybody's human, and we want everybody to get home at the end of the day. So just take a look before you go through the intersection, and there will be volunteers, there will be police all over this course. So if you have any issues, they can help you. you cannot draft. So most people don't, and she tries don't intentionally draft when you get to some of the other events. You'll see that people try to get away with this. So what drafting is just riding too close to a bike in front of you, and it's a little bit of an well, it's a lot of an advantage. So we ask that you stay five bike lengths away from the person in front of you, which is also a good safety measure too. And if you do want to pass somebody, just say on your left and then pass them on the left. So it's important. You don't want to pass on the inside, especially if someone's making a turn. That would be a recipe for disaster. So go ahead and pass like you're driving a car. If you can, one of the best things to do is to drive the bike course before you do the event. So even if you're not you don't reside in Huntersville, it's a great time on Saturday to go out and drive the course, so you can just become a little more familiar with it. It's just always good to know what you're getting yourself into. There is a hill on Veerhoff right before you come back into transition, so you'll want to make sure that you're in a good gear. We actually just had a Facebook guest do a Facebook Live with Jill on riding hills, and you can also get some good lip gloss techniques on that as well. So maybe we can post that link in this. What time will Veerhoff be closed? After which time family cannot drive in and park? That will be closed as of definitely 7:30 when the event starts. So if your family is coming in, I would have them come in before the event starts. Okay, so the run. All right, so Sarah has a race belt and a number example. You may pin on your race number to your shirt that you're wearing if you want, but I suggest having a race belt. It's nice. You'll probably reuse it a bunch of times. I use them for 5Ks too because I don't like putting holes in my shirts. And the run will be on the sidewalks and the paved paths at the rec complex. And follow the what?
No.
Follow the signs and follow the volunteers. And also make sure when you wear your race number, like I said before, is have it facing forward. It doesn't do any good if it's on the back of you, but he can see it and the photographer can't take your picture. There is 2 loops on the run course, and we will have a timing mat halfway through, so we're going to know if you run 2 loops or not. And there's a water stop right before the turnaround.
It's not the turnaround, but it'll be before you start the second loop, because there's a big turnaround out and back. So that water stop you'll actually technically pass like 4 times. So should you need it, it is there, and we will have lots of volunteers there.
Yeah, and like we said, no headphones. No headphones, no headphones. No headphones. All right, so where is a good spot for your spectators to watch you? The only place they cannot be is on the pool deck, and they can't be in transition, and they can't be in the finish line chute. Not that I think anybody would. But there's plenty of places. They can be outside transition. They can be all over the course. They can be at the finish line. We just ask them to be respectful of other participants that are on the course, since the run course will take place kind of around the finish line. When you're crossing over the path, just make sure there's not a runner coming if you have a spectator. So maybe give them a heads up about that. Mm-hmm. Bathrooms. Bathrooms are a few locations. There are bathrooms at HFFA. They tell me that you're supposed to go in the front door if you want to use the bathroom, or if your spectators need to use the bathroom, they can go in the front door. They're also in the park area across the street at the finish line. There's ample bathrooms. And so I think that's all I have pretty much on the course.
Sweet. Nice. So let's talk a little bit about relays. We have several relay teams signed up. If you're doing a relay, you will start at the same time. Your swimmer will line up with all the other triathlon swimmers. Yes, Elizabeth, everyone starts the swim at the same time, and that everyone's lined up at 7:30. It's called a time trial start. We start with our fastest swimmers, and about every 5 to 10 seconds, someone else will cross the mat and get into the pool. We'll space it out according to how congested the pool might get since it's a smaller pool, but your time starts once you cross the mat to get into the pool. So someone's going to start at 7:30, and there will probably still be people starting at 8. So hopefully that answers your question on that. The relay swimmer will line themselves up according to their abilities, as Angie described, along with everyone else. The chip that you get when you're all getting body marked will go with the swimmer and around her ankle for that leg of the event. She's going to then leave the pool once she's done swimming, go into transition where the bike person is waiting, and pass off that chip to the cyclist. I recommend doing that before anyone touches a bike. Give that chip to the cyclist. The cyclist should already have their helmet on and be ready with the bike to walk or jog out of transition and mount the bike at the mount line. Once the cyclist is finished the bike portion, they're going to come back in and put their bike on the rack, take off their helmet, give the chip to the runner, and the runner will put that same chip around her left ankle and then head out on the run course. That chip is required to be on every team member's leg at the time that they're doing their portion of the event. That the team member that hasn't participated yet does not have to stand the entire time in transition. They can be out on the course cheering on their friends, but we just ask that you estimate when your teammate is going to be back in transition so that you can be waiting in your transition spot to get the chip once they're back and start your portion of the relay. You should all communicate and be very aware of where your spot is in transition. You all need to check in that morning and get body marked. And yes, you will all get a packet. The aquathon is similar. You're going to line up according to swim ability. You just don't have to hop on a bike afterwards. You get to go straight into the run. So we like to say swim, run, done. And that's a fun morning for you guys. The best part of the day is going to be crossing the finish line and staying for the party. So we have DJ Stylist keeping the tunes going and announcing you guys crossing the finish line. There are special medals for this event. And this is a big deal for She Tries. Custom medals for the Huntersville event. These are from Winston-Salem. You get to see yours when you get across the finish line. And then at the end, all those great sponsors that we mentioned are going to be there, including your wraps from Salad Works, your water from Splendor and Harris Teeter, snacks from Lesser Evil. The She Tries merch tent will also be there where you can continue grabbing really cool things like these race belts if you didn't get it before the event and then realize during you really should have had one.
How much are they?
They're $10. So a great deal, trust me. And it comes with all the good karma. I mean, they're great looking. Look at these things. Beautiful. And it's backwards. Well, okay. All right. So at that party is where we will also have the awards. And once you've finished, please stick around and cheer everyone on. We give out age group awards and awards to the final finisher.
And awards for the passports.
And awards for the raffles for the passports. So stick around for those cool prizes. All right. Let's go through some of these questions.
Yeah.
So
I think I saw a question about how many participants.
yes.
We expect to have a little over 250 register.
Yes. We are right on track for that. Maybe a little bit more. All right. Common to bring headphones. No, do not bring the headphones. Not at all. Body marking, you can do Saturday or Sunday, depending on how often and rigorous you shower. Can you put a t-shirt on top of your swimwear? Absolutely. If that's your plan, go for it. You will just want to go ahead and pin your bib to that t-shirt the night before, or definitely before the swim starts, so that you're not fiddling with your bib or wear a race belt when you put that shirt on in transition.
It's always a good idea to put it on before to make sure you didn't pin the front to the back.
Yeah.
Just one of my friends might have done that.
Yeah, or me. Where's the best place to park? You can park right there at the venue. If that fills up, there's overflow parking at the Central Piedmont community. Do you pin the number on after you swim? You should pin that to whatever you're planning to wear before the event starts so that you're not fiddling with safety pins, or use a race belt. You do not have to have the number on the bike, but you can. You definitely have to have it on the run. If you are racing in a swimsuit and you plan to wear just the swimsuit and bike shorts, for example, for the rest of the event, then you should, yes, pin it to your swimsuit so that you're not fiddling with safety pins afterwards. Or, again, get a race belt. Do we go back to the transition place after the swim and bike? Yes, you have one home that morning. It is the transition area in the parking lot to the side of the HFFA, and that is where all of your things will live in your designated spot marked by your bib number. You may wear backpack water bottles if that is your preference. There will be water on the course. The roads will definitely be closed by 7:30. I recommend having your spectators get there before 7:30. Race belt is not free, but only $10. You may walk on the running path. This is a walk-friendly event. You can walk, jog, sprint, skip, side shuffle, whatever you want to do. Go for it. The lanes of this pool, there are 4. Because we have had to move to the smaller pool due to construction at the HFFA, we are in 4 lanes, and the swim is 200 yards.
So they will go up and back in both lanes.
Samantha, you may wear a small water belt if you would like to, and put your number on that. Whatever sort of running belt you guys have, if you're running one with water on your belt, go for it. Whatever is comfortable for you, and we'll get you through that portion of the event. That's a great question, Jennifer, about your phone. So if you plan to bring your phone on your bike and run for, I guess, emergency purposes, you can do so, and you can leave your phone in transition. Everything is super safe there. We have volunteers monitoring transition at all times. If you're concerned about having your phone at the end and you don't plan to bike and run with it, I would give it to a family member so they can take pictures on your phone and have it for you at the end of the event. Grace, any tips on if it rains? Well, Angie and I purchased rain insurance. We have a good connection with the rain gods. Just kidding. Our event is rain or shine, so we just recommend that you be extra cautious on your bike if it is raining. You can choose to inflate your tires slightly less, maybe by 5 or 10 psi.
Jill had someone asked that question, actually, if you're in our journeys page. Someone asked that question, and Jill, our Chapel Hill rep, gave some really great answers. Maybe we even post them here.
Yeah,
we'll just copy and
I can probably
paste.
even link that question in here. So we'll see what we can do. Let's see how techie I can get. If it's storming, obviously we won't be holding the event, but I think rain is going to be our only concern, and we just ask that you be extra careful on the roads. Give yourself a little bit more braking time. And again, we'll post all of those tips when we finish this live.
That might not have been in Journeys. That might have been in somewhere else, but we'll get you her great tips.
So thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any more questions, please feel free to reply to any email that you receive from us. And
read your emails.
Please read your emails. I work very hard on them. But please respond to them with questions. Post them in our Journeys page. You can try to keep posting here, and we'll try to keep answering questions as we get them. And we are so excited to see you this weekend, to cheer you on. So many of you will be first timers, and we can't wait for you to experience a She Tries finish line. Thanks again. Have an awesome day. Bye.